What's good, people? It is Tony the Savant. And before we get started, please like this video, share this video, hit the notification bell so you can be notified when I'm dropping content and going live on the channel. As well, if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel as I go live daily, drop content daily, stay very busy on the platform. And last but not least, please leave your thoughts and opinions in the comment section, as I'm always intrigued to know what you all have to say about these topics. And ladies and gentlemen, shout out to the boxing legend James Tony, one of my favorite punchers in the game. James Tony, man, was tough as nails. Y'all forgive me. I know multiple time champion, big dog in the league. I was really introduced to James Tony via Roy Jones Jr., and they had their beef going on. That's when I was introduced to James Tony. So I didn't really get to enjoy him because I was a little kid at the time and didn't really know what I was watching when I was watching boxing. But since I've started my channel, James Tony is one of those boxers that I've studied, watched a number of his fights, and he's one of those dudes, man. His name might get lost in a mix of so many great boxers that have blessed us over time. But James Tony is definitely a guy. If he's talking, you gotta listen. Especially when it comes to this boxing stuff. But he had an interview on forget the guy's channel. I just subbed over there. I think it's the Perry. Shout out to him, man. But he interviewed uh, James Tony, and they was talking about a number of things, of course, about boxing. And the gentleman that was interviewing James Tony asked him, how he felt about this era, who would be a heavy hitter in his era, and James Tony proceeded to name a few boxers that I agree with. A couple of my favorite boxers, and Shakur Stevenson, he said, would be a champion in his era. He said, uh, who else? Tank Davis, David Benavidez, and Bud Crawford. I'm not gonna argue with any of those names on that list. Those are a lot of my favorite players in the game right now, and I really can appreciate him calling it like it is because the guy proceeded to ask him, what about Canelo? Obviously, Canelo being one of the alleged faces of boxing and a gentleman that a lot of people, tend to support in the boxing community. And James Toney said, nah, he wouldn't last two fights in his era. And he made a mention of this era, nowadays is perfect for a guy like Canelo who can call all his shots. He can fight weaker competition and do exactly what he's doing, and I gotta say, shout out again to the legend James Tony, man, because I've been saying this for years now. I wouldn't go as far, my personal opinion, to say that Canelo is soft. I don't think anybody could reach the heights that Canelo Alvarez has reached in the game of boxing and be soft. For me personally, I think Canelo is playing politics. This the very same politics that tend to hinder the sport of boxing, those same politics that often rob us of some of the more monumental boxing matches that we should be getting, considering the guys that were in James Tony era. They took pride in the best fighting the best, and James Tony made a bit of a mention about the Muhammad Ali, or about Ali period, of course, but also was mentioning in the Muhammad Ali era, but just making a mention, he felt like obligated to give the audiences and the people the best matches, and that's why he fought everybody in his career. He said he felt obligated to because you see guys like Muhammad Ali, Mike Tyson, Joe Frazier, all those guys that came before you. You want to honor not just the sport of boxing but them and how they gave their all. It's really incumbent on you to give your all. But he was just saying that Canelo Alvarez isn't that kind of guy, and I've been saying this for some years, man. Again, I don't think that Canelo is soft. I just think that it's been he ever since he's fought Floyd Mayweather, he's been acting like he's Floyd Mayweather. If that makes sense. And I get it because it was kind of like the changing of the guard when those two fought, considering where Canelo was in his career and also Floyd Mayweather was in his career. Also, I should mention that James Toney did give Canelo a bit of a compliment that I 1,000% agree with, as far as saying that Canelo came up the right way. He definitely came up, the correct way, and the way he came up is the way of the champions. It's just been, over some years, and I think James Toney mentioned his last few fights. It's just Canelo been moving different. He was raised right, but the boy ain't acting right. So, but I just agree with James Toney. The legend again is one of my favorite boxers. When he talks, I listen. And when it comes to a guy like Canelo Alvarez, man, I really love Canelo Alvarez. Canelo Alvarez is one of my guys. You know what I mean? I watched Canelo come up. I watched a number of Canelo fights before he even fought Floyd Mayweather. I mean, I just remember his name being in the what do you call it? The prospect meal. You know what I mean? Much how we talk about guys like Jerron Boots Ennis now. Um, I'm trying to think of another guy that's like that. Maybe Virgil Ortiz a little bit. You could throw in that category. A guy that you just really want to see get that opportunity to fight the best of the best. Canelo was in that realm, and when he had the opportunity, although he didn't beat Floyd, it was a hell of a matchup. Can't take anything away from it, and an all-time classic. But since that fight, it's kind of like Canelo took on some of that Money Mayweather energy. um, As y'all, if y'all don't know my opinions about Floyd, just go catch one of my old Floyd joints, man. It's in the archives. I rock with Floyd, but I got some opinions about my brother. But Canelo in the same realm, man. And again, it's just how he's moving now. It's a disservice to boxing. We all know if you're a boxing fan, I think you would come to some terms of agreement that Canelo Alvarez should have been fought David Benavidez, considering that he said he don't want to fight bigger fighters. I understand that, but you the weight bully. You know what I mean? Now you only fighting guys like Jamel Charlo and Jaime Munguia ain't exactly tiny, but it's like, dude, you over here, you don't want to be weight bullied, but you're willing to weight bully. It's crazy how that works. And I know that fight with Dimitri Bivol kind of put a little sting on Canelo. You know what I mean? But I don't think Bivol really affected Canelo per se, but I believe that the skill set that Dimitri Bivol put forth in that matchup, and just the 175 made Canelo realize, like, hey, I'm good on the challenge. You know what I mean? I don't think Canelo wants to be challenged anymore. I think he kind of just want to skate through, maybe take one big fight at the end, do the whole Floyd Mayweather thing like Floyd did with him. He might fight a Bud Crawford at that point, but all in all, I gotta agree with the legend, man. Canelo Alvarez again. I'm not gonna say he's soft. I don't want to meet Canelo Alvarez in person and have to boxers do because he think I said, I ain't saying you soft, brother. I'm saying that you're a politician and a bad one at that. It's just getting to a point where I understand you want to make your bag and you want to fight who you want to fight, but at the end of the day, you got to get the people what they asking for, bro. You know what I mean? The people are paying your bills. We are the ones that pay for the pay-per-views and all that kind of stuff, the streaming services, the ticket sales. Canelo get a bag off of all of that. That's us. That's our hard-earned money. So the least you can do, the very least you can do for the fans is at least consider the fights that they giving, because Canelo ain't even considering David Benavidez or David Morrell or Dimitri Andre. Yeah. Demetrius Andre. I'm thinking of Bivol. Like, you ain't even giving these dudes Caleb Plant. He fought Caleb Plant, but for a minute, he wouldn't give Caleb Plant the time of day. And it's just a disservice to the sport of boxing, because you ain't gonna be on top forever. Respectfully. Eventually somebody gonna knock Canelo off. And this fight with Edgar Berlanga, how Berlanga's talking, it could be him. You know what I mean? I'm not saying I got any confidence, any money on Edgar Berlanga. I'm just saying that you keep playing around, and anybody in boxing can have a good day. One punch can change the whole fight. So respectfully, I think that Canelo, man, you know what I mean. I'm hoping he's 33, going on 34. I believe he's already 34. I hope that he does see that. It give us at least 2-3 big ones before you get out of here, bro. You know what I'm saying? 2-3 big bouts cats can be excited for, and not mind paying they good money, hard earned money to watch your fights. Because these last few fights since the Charlo fight, bro, I've been bootlegging Canelo fights, man, because it's just a bunch of fights I don't want to see. I ain't called for. You know what I mean? Respectfully, but that's all I got for y'all on this one, man. We'll go ahead and get back to the studies. I just heard this interview with, again, the guy's named the Perry. The channel's named the Perry. So y'all swing by there, definitely check it out. Got some good content, good boxing content if you like it, and definitely check out that interview with James Toney. James Toney was spitting. I actually gotta finish because once he finished the segment with Canelo, they start talking about, segueing into the next subject. I was like, hold up, before we finish out this, you know what I mean, this interview, bro. Let me jump on the mic and because I love it when the legends, the guys that's in the game, the guys that's actually put blood, sweat, tears, time into the game. I love it when they say the same things I say. You know what I mean? It's like I'm saying that I've been saying this for 2-3 years now about Canelo. Again, not that he's soft, but like, damn, it seemed like you're soft, brother. You know how you're moving. You know what I mean? I can't be mad at James Tony at saying what he's saying. But again, we'll see what comes of it. But that's all I got for y'all on this one. Please like this video, share this video, hit the notification bell so you can be notified when I'm dropping content and going live on the channel. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel as I drop content daily, go live daily. Stay very busy on the platform. And last but not least, please leave your thoughts and opinions in the comment section, as I'm always intrigued to know what y'all got to say about these topics. I am Tony the Savant. Peace.